Hi, and welcome to the Budding Artists. On this channel, we offer tips and tutorials to encourage you to provide more art for your kiddos at home. All right, so let's get started. Today I'm comparing lots of different crayons because either you may not be aware of them or you are, but you're wondering if they're worth your money. So let's just jump into it and get started. Today I am going to be starting off talking about the Crayola Ultra Washable crayons. Mainly because that's probably one of the most common and used crayons. So the pro with these is that they are very affordable. They come in, variety of colors, and the fact that they are ultra washable, as they claim. So the thing that I don't like about these though is that they can snap easily. Kids love to do that. They like to peel the paper, and the color payout sometimes doesn't match the crayon. So like this one is a blue-green. It looks very dark, but when you lay it down, it almost looks like a sky blue. So, that's about the only negative. I do like that you can just wipe it up with water. Next up, we have the egg crayons. Now these egg crayons are large. They're easy to hold for young toddlers. There's no paper to peel. They're pretty indestructible. And they are washable, just like their ultra washable ones. They wipe up really easy with water, which is fantastic when you have young kids. But they are big and imprecise. They really are only great for the youngest of artists. And they're difficult to store, and when they're on your desk, they just kind of roll away. So that's that's what I don't like about those. Okay, so I was on the hunt and for a crayon that was not snappable and didn't have paper to peel, and I found these Baby crayons by Prang. They don't come with paper, which is nice. They're very strong and they're extra break resistant. And they do claim to be washable. Now, I don't remember if in fact they are as washable as the Crayola. I don't believe they were quite as washable. But what I don't like about these is that they are sticky. They're not very nice to hold. The color doesn't lay down well compared to the Crayolas. They leave crumbles behind. They remind me of dollar store or crayons that you might find at a restaurant. My daughter didn't like to hold them, so we didn't use these very much, but she never did break one, which was great. If the color laid down better and they weren't so sticky, then I think these would be a great option. Now, another thing about these is that they came with a sharpener, and I love the sharpener that they came with. It has a metal blade. It's really big, very easy for my toddler to hold, and even the large Crayolas fit in the sharpener. So the sharpener, I think, was worth it for these crayons. All right, next up we have the star crayons. These ones are, again, there's no paper to peel. They are strong and durable, and they are very smooth. They lay down the best out of these so far, and we really like these. These were a gift. They do say 3 and up, but I gave them to my toddler and she did just fine with them. Let's see, these are also really fun to make lines with. Like, you can make different patterns and shapes with them, and my daughter really enjoys these when I break these out for her art supplies. I like to rotate through them just to give her something new to color with every now and again. The Crayola crayons, they come in so many colors, 152 if I'm not mistaken. And these are for older kids because they are so thin and easy to snap. And of course the paper, again, Drives me nuts when they peel the paper. They're, you know, once they start to peel it, like the whole thing will come off. They are not washable, but they do come in these multicultural colors. So they're great for older kids who really love to draw people. They're thin and good for details, but again, they're not washable, and they don't come in the ultra washable line. I think I've seen them in the markers, but not in the crayons. But if the multicultural colors appeal to you, the rock crayons are another great option. Now, I bought the rock crayons because they are designed to strengthen the grip, or the tripod grip muscles, to help with handwriting. And they lay down really smooth. They're made in the USA. They're made from soy and other plant waxes. And you can buy them in different sets. You can buy them in spring, winter, fall, you know, all the seasons. And they also come in people pebbles. So they're really great. And the one downside is that, well, for one, they're a choking hazard. So not for young kids. They're designed for, you know, 3 up, or whenever your child begins to write. But sometimes when my daughter's trying to get the grip and her whole hand is in the way, it's hard for her to know where her lines are going to mark and lay down. It's hard for her to see what she's doing. But overall, we really like them. They're very vibrant and smooth. So we like these a lot. Next up, I have the Filana crayons. These are, again, made in the USA. They are made without petroleum wax. They're paraffin free, and they're hand poured using organic beeswax. There's no paper. Oops, sorry. There's no paper on these, and they're very durable. We've never broken a single one. And you can make a bunch of different types of lines. So I'm going to show you over here. You can make like really thin lines, bigger lines, even bigger. And if you have a large area, you can really like fill an area rather quickly because you can use the large end of the block. So again, these are our favorites. They do come in stick form also, if you're more interested in stick crayons. My daughter likes to just play with them and stack them like blocks. But we really like these. They're super smooth, not sticky. I don't really have a con for these, other than perhaps their packaging. I mean, their packaging is better than Crayola boxes, but our box is starting to wear down. That might be the only thing. I think the competitor Stockmar, they make a nice metal tin with their block crayons. That could be an option. I know that their formula is a little different. Some people prefer Stockmar, other people prefer Filana, but I have never compared the two. I've only ever had the Filana crayons. But if you're interested and you would like me to do a comparison, just let me know down in the comments below. All right, next up, I have these organic glitter crayons. I bought these as a fun thing for my daughter, as a, you know, something new and different, as a different rotation. But these are probably our least favorite just because they're so messy. And I'm gonna show you, it comes with this paper. So, you know, ideally you wouldn't get messy, but it's just inevitable. Now, they do lay down so smoothly. They kind of remind me of the tempera paint sticks because they're so smooth. But they leave lots of crumbs behind and they get everywhere. Where's yellow? And they wear down so fast because they're so soft and creamy. If you, just push down a little bit and now I'm already down to the paper. And these crumbs end up all over the place. Just a little bit of pressure and it goes everywhere. They also smear really easily. So their hand gets in it, it's just gonna get all over. And I tried wiping this up with a wet paper towel and it just smeared on the floor, and we sat there for a good while trying to scrub it off, and it's just not easy. These crayons are made in India with soy wax and butter and food grade colors. They're vegan. Again, I like the fact that they're so smooth, but they are just too messy for us. So I would keep these as maybe an outdoor art supply, but not so great for in the house because those little crumbs just end up everywhere and you don't even realize it. So as a replacement for these, well, not really a replacement, but sorry, I got glare. I wanted to get my daughter something else. I was playing with my artist grade crayons for myself one day, just, you know, messing around in my sketchbook on the couch. And she really wanted to play with these, but it kind of made me cringe because these are expensive artist grade crayons. And I came across these faber-castell ones for children that are for 3+. These crayons are different because they are watercolor crayons, but you don't have to use them with water if you don't want to. And these crayons lay down so smoothly. They are very, very, very vibrant. Excuse me, I can't talk today. So I don't know if you can see the vibrancy comparison, but they are, I like the rock crayons and the Filana. They're very vibrant too, but compared to Crayola and the others, these are just really phenomenal crayons. But again, they are stick form, they have paper, but they do have perforations for the paper. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perforated lines. So you can peel off sections of the paper at a time. The whole thing isn't going to come apart, which is really great. Now, if you wanted to up the fun factor, you can give them a bucket of water and a paintbrush, or if you're like me, sometimes getting out the water and paintbrush could end up as a mess, or you know, you're just not in the mood to do painting. I really enjoy these watercolor brushes. These are my favorite Pentel Aqua brush. They come in 2 different sizes, and I like these over a bunch of other brands. I think Faber-Castell even makes one, but they have the push button and a plunger, and they're just much more cumbersome to fill. But these ones are super easy because you just run it under a faucet under running water, fill it up, and you're ready to go. So I just give her a paper towel to wipe the brush on, and even if she were to squeeze all this out at once, it's not going to make as much mess as, say, a bucket falling over. But as soon as you add water, it just dissolves the pigment and she can do like a watercolor. So it kind of gives the kid an extra paint medium to explore and to play with, a different way to do watercolor. And when I showed these to my daughter and she started playing with them, her reaction was, wow, these are so amazing. So she really enjoys them. She's one of those people who prefers paint though over crayon, just because she doesn't like seeing the white of the paper show through. She'll really dig in there trying to cover the tooth of the paper. But these solve that issue. She can use crayons, a little bit of water, and she can have a lot of fun with them. So I like these a lot. These are triangular shapes, so they might roll around a little bit if you force them to, but again, they're not gonna roll very far because of the triangle shape. So that's kind of nice. Now I wanted to compare these to the Crayola Ultra Washable just for fun, because I was curious, you know, they're so ultra washable. Wouldn't these behave the same way as, you know, a watercolor crayon? But they don't really behave the same way at all. I thought maybe I could get away with that, but it doesn't. It dissolves it like a little tiny bit, but nothing compared to this one. Yeah, like I can sit here and scrub at it for a good while, and it's not going to be nearly as vibrant. Yeah, that's just, you can see the difference. So I would not use the ultra washable crayons as a watercolor crayon. It just does not work the same. All right, and that's it. If you liked this video, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you want to be notified of future videos, hit the bell icon. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.